Hello everyone, this is Sarvesh from SSTech. So again I came here with a new concept of a stock market which will clear your very important doubt which is still in your mind. So before me introducing my concept, let me introduce first of all your doubts. Okay, so in stock market, as you know that there is one side is buyer, right, and there is another side there is seller, and in between both buyer and seller there is an exchange. So what is happening exactly, this buyer want to buy a shares, so this buyer place a order with some quantity and with some price. The same, this seller want to sell what the share he have, so he also place an order with some quantity and price. Okay, so let's suppose the buyer who wants to buy a share, the same share is going to sell by the seller. So here what exchange perform? Exchange is performed just a matching system. I mean exchange is just a matching system where it match the buyer price with the seller price. So as its buyer price is higher or equal to the seller price, then the order will be executed. So it just see the price of the buyer and the seller. If buyer price is higher than or equal to the seller price, then the order will be executed. Then buyer is expecting the share what he bought, and the seller expecting the fund against this share what he sold, right? So buyer doesn't know that from whom he bought the share, and the seller doesn't know from to whom he sold the share, right? Both are not aware from each other. Okay, so what will happen exactly here, buyer is expecting a share from this person, right, and this person nothing but the seller expecting the fund against the share what he sold, right? So this is shares what is expecting the buyer, and this is fund what is expecting the seller. So this whole process from share to the fund, how it's completed, how this buyer will get the share, and how this share, this seller will get this fund against the shares. So this cycle, nothing but here you can see some settlement is going on, right, the fund and the shares. So this settlement process, so this cycle is known as settlement cycle. Okay, so this is very important to know that how this cycle will completed from end to end, and how this settlement process is going on here. Because if you think that this process is done by the exchange, so it is wrong. So in this video we are going to learn about the settlement cycle, how this process is work in the stock market trading. Okay, so let's start. So here we'll try to understand this whole cycle with the flow diagram. So again, suppose there is a buyer. Okay, so this buyer wants to trade in a stock market with some functionality of the broking platform. So he is opening an account in the broker firm. Okay, so this is a buyer, so I'm giving a name is buyer broker. Okay, similarly there is a seller, so this is seller, and he is also opening a account through the broker, and he wants to place a sell order to the broking platform system. So this is the seller side, so I'm giving him name as a sell broker. Now as you know there is an exchange between both the broker. So let's suppose this exchange is nothing but NSE or BSE. So I'm just taking here the example of NSE and BSE. Now as buyer opening an account with the buyer brokers, so buyer brokers opening his client's demat account first. So this is client demat. Okay, and another one is trading account, where broker gives a fund to the buyer to any trade into the exchange. So this is trading account. Similarly, to the seller side is also the same, the seller demat account and seller trading account. Correct. Now, buyer place a order with some quantity and the price, as I said before. So what broker perform? Broker takes this buyer order with this quantity and a price and it passes to the exchange. Okay, so here let's suppose he placed a quantity of 5 quantity with some 100 rupees. Okay, so now this order will be goes to the exchange with this quantity 5 quantity at 100 rupees at buyer side. Similarly, this sell broker passed the order of seller. So he is also interested to sell the quantity of 5 at 100 rupees. Okay, so this same order goes to the exchange again. So 5 quantity at 100 rupees at seller side. So again I said exchange is just performing a matching system. Okay, so it's matches. Okay, buyer at 100 rupees and seller is also at 100 rupees. Then this 5 quantity will be executed. So he provide the detail and provide the information to the brokers that this particular order has been executed. So it's giving a reverse response to the broker that this order is executed. Then broker pass to the buyer that your order is executed. Now buyer is expecting this 5 quantity shares from the exchange because he doesn't know who is the seller, right, from whom he is buying. Similarly, this order information reverse goes to the broker that your sell order has been executed. Now seller is expecting his fund. Okay, so here every exchange like NSE and BSE, so every exchange has own clearing houses. So here I'm giving a clearing house. Okay, so what is clearing houses exactly? So clearing houses play an important role to complete the settlement cycle. Okay, so the settlement, what buyers expecting and the seller expecting. So buyer and seller, so both of them clearing houses gives the guarantee that you will get the shares and you will get the fund against the shares. So clearing houses play an important role to complete the process of settlement. So for the NSE, there is a clearing house is known as NSCCL, National Securities Clearing Corporation Limited, and for BSE there is ICCL, Indian Clearing Corporation Limited. So these are the clearing houses for the particular exchange. So this is for NSE and this is for BSE. Okay, now what is happening? These clearing houses give an instruction to the broker to open his own pool account and the clearing account which is connected to the clearing houses. So broker says okay, so he open two accounts. One is pool account and another one is clearing account. Okay, so what is pool account and the clearing account? So pool account is nothing but where the settlement of shares has been done. Okay, so pool account helps to store the shares. So clearing houses is connected with the pool account where he give and take the number of shares. Okay, and the clearing accounts it just used for the fund. Okay, because here you can see that the buyers has buy the quantity of 5 rupees. 5 quantity at 100 rupees. So brokers needs to pay these 500s to the clearing houses. Okay, because seller is expecting 500 against the shares. So this 500 will be related to the clearing account because there is a relation of fund. Okay. Now similarly, this broker is also opening both of them, right? Clearing account and another one is pool account. Okay, so both of them is connected to the clearing houses. correct? So now clearing houses given an information to the broker about the settlement. Okay, so it gives the two information. First information, it gives the settlement time and date to the broker, that which shares is going to settlement on which period. Okay, so let's suppose he giving the information like Reliance is going to settle on T plus 2 and TCS is going to settle on T plus 1. So first of all, do not confuse. Let me understand you first what is T plus 2 and T plus 1. So clearing houses gives three settlement period. First is T, second T plus 1 and T plus 2. The third one. Okay. So what is T? T is nothing but a current trading day. So it indicates the current trading day. So let's suppose you bought this share on Monday. Okay, so let's suppose today is Monday and the date is 26. Okay, so trading day will be your Monday. So what will be the T plus 1? T plus 1 will be your Tuesday and T plus 2 will be your Wednesday. Okay, so this is the trading day plus consecutive days, 1 day or 2 days. So let's suppose clearing houses is giving that Reliance will be traded, will be settled on T plus 2 and TCS will be settled on T plus 1. So suppose this buyer has bought the Reliance shares, that 5 quantity. Okay, so if he bought the 5 shares and the seller has sold the Reliance shares of 5 quantity, then the settlement will be complete, should be complete till T plus 2, means till Wednesday if he bought and sold on Monday. Okay, so this is the maximum time period which is broker giving to the clearing house is giving to the broker, that you need to complete the settlement. You need to give it me the shares from the seller's demat account to me till T plus 2 day. Okay, so this is the maximum time limit which is clearing houses is giving to the broker. Now another information clearing houses give it to the brokers, that is known as settlement calendar. Okay, so clearing house give a one file where some information is written, like if you are buying the shares on T day, let's suppose Monday on 26th of December 2022. Okay, so what will be the pay-in date of this trading day? So there's an information, one is called pay-in date and another one is payout date. Okay, so let's suppose if you are talking about the Reliance shares, so this is going to settle on T plus 2. It's mean the buyer side brokers needs to take care of this date. So pay-in date, it's mean broker needs to take care of to giving the 500 rupees to the clearing houses till the pay-in date what he given, the clearing house is given. So let's suppose he is going to settle on T plus 2. So the pay-in date will be my 28th of December, nothing but of Wednesday. Okay, and the payout date is also same, 28 December 2022. So the seller side broker needs to take care that what is my payout date, because at this date he need to give it the shares from the seller's demat account to the clearing house. So this is the maximum date. So it is not important that both the date will be same according to the settlement. This can be pay-in date, this can be T plus 1 as well or the T day as well, because this is pay-in date means the fund first initially goes to the clearing house and then the share will be goes to the clearing house. Okay, so this date depend on the clearing house what he want to put it according to the shares. Okay, so pay-in date nothing but to giving the fund and payout date is nothing but to giving the shares. Okay, so here brokers see, okay, my pay-in date is 28 December. So what he think that let me first debit this 500 rupees from trading account of the buyers and he takes this 500 rupees to the broker account. Okay, first now broker this credit this 500 rupees to his own clearing account, because as I said this, if we are talking about the funds, then clearing account comes in the pictures. Okay, so this 500 rupees broker credit into this own clearing account, nothing but broker clearing account. Then these clearing houses debit this 500 rupees from the broker clearing accounts and credit it with the seller clearing accounts. So this is seller credit account, clearing account. So this 500 rupees flow from buyer clearing account to the seller clearing account, right? Again, this seller clearing accounts take this 500 rupees and credit to the seller trading account. Okay, so this all things is happening on 28 December. Okay, on the paying date. So broker has a time period of 2 days to give this 500 rupees to the clearing house. Then clearing house this passes this 500 rupees to the broker clearing account, and then its broker give this 500 rupees to the seller trading account what he has expecting. Okay, now what is the flow of the shares, because buyers is also expecting the shares from the exchange, right? So this seller what the share 5 quantity has in demat account, so broker debit this 5 quantity of shares from demat account of the sellers and take it on his own pool account. So broker first transfer this demat account, transfer the shares from the demat account of the seller to the pool account of the broker. Okay, then clearing houses takes this 5 quantity of shares from the pool account of the broker of 5 quantity and passes to the pool account of the broker side, buyer broker side. So this is buyer broker side. So this 5 quantity will be credited into the pool account of the buyer. Then this broker credit this 5 quantity of shares from his own pool account to the client's demat account. Okay, so then buyer is expecting the 5 quantity of shares, so he will got these shares from the clearing houses and from the broker in own demat account. Okay, so this is the flow diagram how the shares goes from seller's demat account to the client's demat account, and how the funds going from the buyer's trading account to the seller trading account. Okay, now the main important thing is known that if you buying these shares on a Monday and your share is credited on 28, okay, then also you are able to see the shares on Tuesday. So if you think that my shares is crediting on 28, nothing but Wednesday, how I am able to see the shares on Tuesday? Okay, so the main question is that if you have the shares, so this is the virtual shares which broker allow the functionality, giving you the feasibility to see the shares on Tuesday what you bought on Monday, even if it is not credited, and you are also able to sell those shares on Tuesday which you bought on Monday. Okay, so you can also sell those shares because the broker knows that if you sell that shares on Tuesday, so that also time period of T+2 means the sellers needs to give what you sold on Tuesday, needs to give those shares to the clearing house on Thursday, right? So there is no shortfall of the shares, because that shares broker needs to give on Thursday to the clearing houses, and you are credited with those shares with the Wednesday. So broker unfortunately give that shares, right? So here the broker give you feasibility to see that shares on Tuesday even if it is credited on Wednesday, and you are also able to sell those shares if you want that there's a much profit on the selling side. So you can sell those shares because anyhow broker needs to give the delivery of those shares on Thursday. So this is all about the settlement process, how it's going from buyer side to seller side. So it is not done by the exchange. First of all, you should know this is done by the clearing houses, nothing but NSCCL and ICCCL. So this will be the flow how it's completed from end to end. So thank you so much. Bye bye.